The Everglades tomato plant, I'll tell you folks, this thing does not disappoint. I don't know if you guys remember when I first showed you the garden video of how tiny these things were and just how gigantic they are now and just the amount they're producing. So in this video, I'd like to show you guys how to take something when you get so many tomatoes is turn it into some spaghetti sauce. Just one option, but I figured I'd share my recipe with you folks in regards to how I do this. And if you're interested, stay tuned. As you can see here, folks, this is just, you know, it's like almost every couple of days we're out here filling this colander full of cherry tomatoes. I'm canning them, I'm freezing them, I'm starting to dehydrate them now. And then I decided, you know, why not make some spaghetti sauce? Because everybody in your home's like fresh from the vine tomato sauce. You don't get all those added nasty ingredients that when you buy something from the store. This is homemade and with fresh ingredients. I try to use all the ingredients that I possibly can from the garden, and then anything else I'll try to substitute with some sort of organic based herbs and whatnot. All right, so of course you got to have some cherry tomatoes, and you see I got plenty of those guys here. I mean, like I said, folks, just so many different tomatoes. We're not different, but just Everglades tomatoes. It's just we're constantly picking them. So then once you get the tomatoes, you're going to want to take off the tops, the little green tops there. You're just going to pop those off, and then we'll go ahead and throw those in a jar and just go through that process. Now, when I'm not focusing on the camera, funny enough, I can actually go a lot faster. But I move relatively quick doing this process. It seems a little tedious at times. But all in all, like I said, I can move quick once I get into the groove of things and get this thing filled. Basically, what I'm trying to get up is a little over almost 5 cups is what I'm trying to attain here. And once I get that, that'll kind of give me the recipe that I'm looking for. Again, the recipe will be down below. And as you can see there, I'm pretty much around 5 cups. So from there, let's kind of take a look at our ingredients. We got chopped onions. You can do them better chopped than that. We also have the garlic, the basil, which is from our garden as well. We like to always use as much as we can from the garden, and some oregano. Again, you can choose how coarse or how not coarse you want, but then we're going to go ahead and heat up some extra virgin olive oil. I prefer this brand. It's one of the cleanest ones I could find. And once we get that up to temp, we're going to go ahead and add our onions. Once we add those onions in there, we'll go ahead and then we'll add the garlic as well, and then bring that to a simmer, usually about anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. I'll let that cook in that olive oil there. Then we're going to go ahead and blend seeds and all, folks. Seeds and all. The seeds are so small you won't notice them. They're cherry tomatoes, not your regular sized tomatoes. We'll go ahead and blend this up, and then we'll add this to the concoction that we got going on. This Ninja blender, I love this thing, man. It got so many different options. All right, there we go. Now that I got that in there, I'm going to go ahead and stir everything in together and just blend it all nice and neat in there. I got a little bit more tomato sauce that I'm going to add to this, but I like to get that first little bit in there and get it stirring, and then let it simmer. Once it simmers, we'll go ahead and add the oregano in there, or basil. That's the oregano, I think, that I'm going in there first, and then we'll go with the basil and whatnot. As we add all these things in there, I'm kind of letting it simmer. And when I let it simmer before I did that, I let it thicken up a little bit, and then I added my spices. I'll stir that in there, and we'll let it come to a boil again. Then I'll add some pepper. You know, it's up to how much pepper you want, and then a little bit of salt. You can add salt, not add salt. It's totally up to you. This is just the way that I'm making this and kind of showing you. Of course, then you want to stir it in really, really, really good, just to kind of get everything mixed in there. Because after this kind of part, once we get it all stirred in, and I think it's good enough to go, we're going to go ahead and let this cover and let that sit there and simmer for probably anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on that. I just check for the thickness of the sauce itself. Once I have that done, of course, these are very clean and sanitary jars that I'm using, but I'm going to go ahead and fill them up because this sauce is not going to last long. We'll be using one of them tonight for dinner, and then I'm sure we'll be using the other one in the next few days as well. Or maybe we'll pass it on to some friends. But I'm going to go ahead and jar these. I like to jar it when it's hot, so that when I put the lids on, I'm going to go ahead and just, kind of hand tight, not really all the way down, and let the heat kind of create that seal. This is not for long-term storage. It's none of that stuff like that. This is just the way I do it. And there you go. You got yourself some spaghetti sauce, and it's tasty, folks. All right, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and like I said, just giving you some ideas of what you can do with cherry tomatoes, especially if you have a heavy producer like this lady back here. Also, there's so many other different things that I could show you folks if you guys want to see me freeze drying tomatoes and how I do that. Making stewed tomatoes. We do a lot of different things with these tomatoes, not just the sauce. And if you make the sauce, yes, you can freeze the sauce, which will extend its shelf life. Or if you're just making sauce for me, like how I made some sauce this evening and I added it for our dinner tonight, you can do that as well. And you can put it in the refrigerator. It'll last a little bit of time. Just do some research to kind of follow with that. Fresh sauce, of course, will degrade faster, even in the fridge, faster than all the preservative sauces that are out there that you see on the shelf that have been there for, I don't know, months and months and months. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any value at all, always appreciate the thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your thoughts on a video like this. I know some of you folks like the cooking with Gray type of videos, which I do appreciate. And yes, folks, I will try to get to the garden as soon as I can to kind of give you guys a full overview of what's going on. And I got some big announcements to do as well, and a live stream coming up. So that should be fun, folks. I'll see you then. Outside of that, folks, remember, you are not alone. This is Gray Man. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the rebound. God bless every single one of you amazing people out there. And again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.